Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my favorite makeup items of 2015, and I know that you all probably seen a lot of these in like my monthly favorite videos and current favorites and things like that, but I just thought that I would kind of round up all the makeup that I've loved this past year and just tell you all what I thought was like the best of the year and stuff that I continuously reach for. So I'm going to go ahead and get started because I do have quite a few things. I'm not really going to go in any particular order. I'm just going to pull out of this little basket where I got it all together. So let's see. I'm going to start off with some face products, I guess, just to keep it in order a little bit. First, I want to talk about my favorite foundations of this year. And I have three that I'm going to mention, but I've been liking some more recently. But these are the three that stand out to me as like what I used mainly this year. And the first one is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Maximum Coverage. And I use the color Creamy Vanilla, which is actually the lightest shade. And you'll see that my skin is not like super light. I'm not like as light as it gets, but this is the lightest shade they make. So that is kind of a downfall about this foundation. But if you need full coverage, this is like the fullest coverage foundation that I've ever used. And I'll even use it for like concealer sometimes because it's really got like a lot of pigment in it and it covers super well. And then on in towards the middle of the year, I started using this one, and this is Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin. And I used this a lot when I was at school, and I really liked it because it was kind of very fast, and it was a good medium to full coverage, so it didn't take me long to like build it up in places, and it just looked really good and natural, so I really liked that one. And then the last one is something that I'd used before and I didn't really like, but my mom loves this foundation. She has tried like Estee Lauder and other expensive higher end brands, and this is the foundation that she uses every day, and it is the True Match Lumi. And I never really liked this because I thought that it just kind of like slipped off my face. Something in my eye. I thought that it just kind of slipped off my face and it never really stayed put, but my skin has been insanely dry recently, so this has been what I've been going towards, and it's the only thing that makes my skin look younger and just look healthy. So I use the color N3. It's a little bit dark for me, but I actually like the color that it gives me, so I really love that one. And then the next thing that I wanted to talk about is not a foundation, but it's something that a lot of times I will put under my foundation or I use it the night before, and that is the L'Oreal Youth Code Texture Perfector. You'll see that I've used a lot of this. I'm almost halfway through it, but this is like the best skincare product that I own. It smells really good, and I actually see like the benefits of it when I use it. I think it really smooths out my pores, and it just smooths out the texture on my face, and it just makes everything look a lot more smooth and just more perfect. So I really like that one. It is a little expensive for the drugstore. It's about $26 I think, but it's totally worth it. I really love that. So then on into some more skin products. I guess I will just go and do face first and then get into eyes. A concealer that I was without for a long time just because I had never repurchased it, but then I started breaking out quite a bit and I realized that I really missed having it around, is the Hard Candy Glamouflage Concealer, and I use the color Medium Light because I find that I'm trying to conceal like a blemish. If my concealer is too light, it kind of just highlights it and makes it stand out more. So this one will cover just about anything. I've heard people say they use it to cover tattoos, and I really do think it would because it's really good coverage. It doesn't take very much at all, and it's only like $6. So I really loved that this year. And then I also have a lot of highlighter products because this has kind of been the year for glowy skin, I feel like. So the first one is my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Opal. I got this last Christmas, so I've literally used it all year, and I actually busted mine and had to kind of put alcohol in it and like pat it back down, so it doesn't look the best, but this is just a really good highlight if you want that super intense line of a shimmery highlight on your face. Like this one is going to give you that. So then also something that's super intense is the Laura Geller Gilded Honey, and this is more for a summertime highlight for me. I can't really pull it off when I'm as pale because I think it doesn't really highlight enough. It's not light enough for my skin tone, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But it's really pretty. It's just a gold highlight. If I can open it. It's really pretty and it's really pigmented as well. It's not going to give you that natural highlighted look. It's going to look like you have highlighter on, but it is really pretty. And then the highlighter I like for a more natural look is the Laura Geller Baked French Vanilla Highlight. And I'm sure you've seen this before, but this is just kind of a matte, like satiny highlight. It doesn't really have any detectable shimmer, but it does highlight your face. It's what I have on today, and I think it just looks a little more natural than some of the other ones that I have. And then something that I picked up recently, but I have been using the heck out of, and I really like it, and I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to find it again, is the Wet n Wild Contouring Palette in Caramel Toffee. And they only sell these at Walmart, and my Walmart doesn't carry Wet n Wild, but it's a really nice contour color. I really like the shade of it. I also have that on today. And like I said, my Walmart doesn't carry Wet n Wild. I actually found this one in another county, but hopefully I'll be able to find another one because I think I'm getting ready to hit paint on this one. And then something very repetitive, but I had to mention in this video, is my face powder, and that is the tried and true Stay Matte powder. I'm not going to talk very much about this. I love it. It's been in basically every video that I do, but it's just a really, really great drugstore affordable powder. So I only have, actually I have two blushes. The first one comes as no surprise, I'm sure. It is the MAC Pinch Me blush. I also have that on today. And it's just a blush that I can wear with any eyeshadow look, and I think it just suits my complexion really well. It's just a really pretty, like, rosy peach color, I would describe it as. It has a little more warmth than just a pink color, and I think that's why I like it really well. But I love the MAC Pinch Me. And then along the same lines is the Tarte blush in Pampered, and this one's just kind of like a lighter version of that. It's just a more, like, kind of like a neon peachy color, but sheared out. This one looks really pretty and gives you just a nice flush to your cheeks. So let's see, I have one more face product to talk about, and I kind of went crazy about this when I first got it, and I used it a lot, and then I kind of backed off of it and haven't used it a ton in a while. But I have to say the Anastasia Contour Kit has been a favorite for 2015. Before I got that Wet n Wild one, this was the only thing I really used to contour, but now I kind of switched between the two. But mainly the reason I love this one is for using it on clients. It is the best contour kit to use on other people, because the 3 shades that are in this basically work for all the clients that I have, and I've never seen someone who this wouldn't work for, and I really just like the shades, and having that variety is really nice. So that's definitely been a favorite this year. So on to eye products, I picked one palette. I wanted to narrow it down to my favorite, like, best quality palette of 2015 that I purchased and used a lot, and that is the Lorac Pro 1. I've used this in a lot of tutorials because I know that it will show up and it's always great quality. And the reason that I picked this one is this is the first eyeshadow palette that I've ever had that I hit pan on. I actually hit pan on the cream color right here because I use that to highlight a lot. It's just a really good highlighting color, and I actually hit pan on it, which is a first for me, which is kind of sad. But this is like the best quality eyeshadows that I have. They are a little bit powdery. You kind of have to watch for fallout with the darker shades, but it just is really pigmented, and I love the colors in it. So next I'm going to talk about some eyeliners that I've been loving this year. First off, I've really been loving the Estee Lauder pencil eyeliners. I'm not really a fan of pencil eyeliner, and I never have been, just because I feel like I can't really depend on it to stay put and not like smudged on my face. But these, when you put them on, they don't go anywhere. I have the colors Burgundy Suede and Emerald Bolt, and I mostly use the Burgundy Suede one. It's definitely a lot smaller than the other one, and I actually have that on today with a little bit of black on the outer corner. But it just is really pretty color. Like I said, I love the warmer burgundy color, so that's of course my favorite. But any shade in these is really great. They're super, super creamy. They don't like tug, and they really don't go anywhere once they set. So those have definitely been a favorite this year. And then if I'm going to use liquid liner, I have 2 favorites for that, but they're both liquid liner pens. So that's kind of my favorite this year for liquid liner, is the pen form. And one that I really love is the Revlon Color Stay, but this one is kind of hard to find. I can't always find it in my drugstore. So another option that is just as good, and it's actually quite a bit cheaper, it's probably about $4 cheaper, It is the Jordana Fabuliner, and I find this one at not Walmart. I wish they had it at Walmart. Kmart. They always have Jordana at my Kmart. So if you have a hard time finding that, maybe check out a Kmart. So the mascara that I basically use all the time, I had to mention in this video, is the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes. I basically use this in every tutorial. I have 3 tubes right now. This one's new. I got it for Christmas. I just haven't opened it yet. But this one is the one I'm currently using. And then I always put a little piece of tape around like my oldest one if I have 2 out at the same time. So I put some tape around this one so I know that I need to throw it out soon, but once they drop just a little bit, I use them more for my lower lashes. So I do have 2 of those out right now. And then another favorite mascara for me this year is one that I didn't really like when I first got it, but once it's dried out a little bit more, I really do love it and I use it a lot. And that's just the Voluminous Original by L'Oreal, and this just makes my eyelashes, like it says, look very voluminous and just a lot thicker. It doesn't really do much for length, so I really like the combination of these 2 together to give me length and fullness, but this one really makes me look just like I have a lot of eyelashes, so I really liked both of those this year. I forgot one face product that I wanted to talk about, and that has been an under eye concealer that I have loved this year, and that's also the Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin. So I really liked this line this year. That was something that was new to me and I really fell in love with, but I like the concealer even better than the foundation, and I use this with every foundation that I have. I don't just use it with that foundation, but I really like this one for highlighting. I have it in the ivory color, which I'm pretty sure is the lightest shade, but it just stays put and it's not super heavy, and I really like that for highlighting. So the last few things that I have are just a couple more eye products and then some lip products. The first 2 are 2 single eyeshadow type of things. The first one is this Josie Maran Coconut Watercolor Eyeshadow. This is in the color Rose Gold. I have this on my eyelids today, and this was a favorite during the summer that I had kind of forgotten about and not used a lot. But then I used it the other day, and I've used it for about a week straight now because I just love this. And it really stays put and just makes a good base for like a rose gold eye look. And then something that I've used a ton in tutorials is this ColourPop eyeshadow in the shade Plunge. And this is just a really pretty, kind of like a generic champagne color, but this is a really good topper for any eyeshadow look that you want to pop a little bit more and just be more bright. And then a lot of times I also use this on the inner corner, and then earlier in the year, like around summertime, I would use this on my cheekbones for like a really intense highlight. I have hit paint on this, so I'm going to have to order like another one of these in the same shade or something kind of similar to that. And then something that I've loved this year for my eyebrows, I've kind of went back and forth on my eyebrows if I like the Anastasia Dip Brow or this one better, but I have to say that this one is definitely my favorite. When I look at pictures of myself, I always like my brows better when I've used this one. And this is the Salon Perfect Brow Pomade in dark brown. And it is pretty dark, but I think that's why I like it. I love the tone of it, and I can just use it really light-handed, and I like the way it makes my brows look. I like it better than the Anastasia one, actually. So the last few things are lip products, and the first one that I want to talk about is something that I used so much at the first of the year, and then I lost in a bag and I found it again, and then I've used a lot for the last few months, and that is this lip liner from Rimmel London, and I'm pretty sure the color was Clover or something like that. I think the number is 014, but it's just this really pretty peachy brown nude color. And I use that under basically all lipsticks. I have it on under this one today, which is something I'm getting ready to mention. And it just kind of goes with a lot of things, and I like it with the color eyeshadows that I like to wear. And what I have that on today with is the Kat Von D liquid lipstick. And I did just purchase this one, but I had the Lolita lipstick form. All year I used that. So this color has just been a favorite for me this year because I love the tone of it, and I haven't really found anything that is the exact same as this color lipstick, and I really just like that one. I think it's really flattering. And then a lipstick that I have talked about since I started my channel and that I've used probably continuously for about 3 years now is this Revlon lipstick. It's a cream and it's in the shade Mink, which is 671. And it's just a really pretty mid-tone, leaning more towards the darker side, but it's a brown color. and I think this is just the prettiest lipstick. It gives you kind of that 90s vibe, but it's not too dark. It's not hard to pull off, and I really like this with just about any eyeshadow that I wear, so that's definitely still a favorite for me. And then the last thing that I have to mention is not very exciting, but it's something that has saved my life in 2015, and I had never used it before that, and that is just Aquaphor Lip Repair. And something that I do with this a lot is use like a lip liner, and then I just put the Aquaphor over it to kind of soften my lips. But I have these in every room. I have one at my makeup desk, in my bathroom, by my bed. Like, I just like to keep them everywhere, and I've really went through a lot of this year, and I just love it. So if you have chapped lips, it's that season, try this out. It's really good. So that's it for my favorite makeup and cosmetic type products of 2015. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below what products that you've loved this past year, and I hope I'll see you guys next time. Bye.